What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. For those of you new here, my name's Dave, and today we are going to be doing another eBay Was It Worth It episode. So if this is your first time here, these episodes, I like to take this crazy pile of stuff that I've got over here that I've purchased off of eBay. I pick roughly around 4 packages is what it seems to be. We tear those open, I share with you what I spent on them, and I try and answer the question, share my opinion on whether I think the purchase was worth it. Typically, these are new sets, although I have been getting into some other stuff to help populate the Bricklink store, which you can kind of see behind me here. So some of them might be a little bit more subjective this time, but that's where you can jump in the comment section below and let me know whether you think my assessment of Was It Worth It was accurate, or if you had a different opinion. Now, I'm going to go ahead and grab 4 of these packages, and we are going to bust into them. Let's get this episode started off right. We're going to be going through these 4 packages. I'm going to try and go smallest to largest, although some of them are a little bit subjective on which one's a bigger size. We're going to start things off with this, a Manila Envelope. Typically, I would say, horrible way to ship something, especially it's got these crazy little tabs on it. However, I do feel a box inside. And so, as long as it's not an actual Lego box, I think they might have protected the stuff. Oh, actually, I'm really okay with this. They put them in a blister pack, or plastic blister clamshell pack. I forget what they call these. Anyway, here we go. I can tell by looking at this, these are a bunch of Harry Potter figures. I don't remember if these are CMFs or from different random sets. We've got the herbologist lady. I forget her name. We have Neville Longbottom? I don't know. Correct me in the comments below. I'm going to get them wrong. We got Ron. I know Ron. These are the small leg ones. We've got Hagrid. We have... This is a cool... I really like that. So if you can't tell, it's got a set of earplugs around his neck. So they must have been from a set. I'm assuming they came from Hermione. I think we got Professor Snape. We've got a Harry in like a Quidditch outfit. We've got Voldemort, small Harry, we have a Dumbledore in blue, a Dumbledore in red, we've got a Hermione with a cup, looks like the same figure. I don't actually know this figure, so let me know if you know who he is. We've got, Professor, I don't remember, green dress lady. We have another small Harry in a blue sweater. We have a Ron in a Ron outfit. We have a anyways, we know who he is, little blonde boy. I'm not sure who this is, so let me know who you think he is. We have a small Harry, definitely in a Quidditch outfit. So that's it. We've got 20 Harry Potter figures. Now for the important question, what in the world did I spend on these things? So I might have to reach out to this seller. At a minimum, so the picture shows 22. There's definitely some accessories in the picture that are not in here. As well, it says 25 figures. So there's a couple items that I have an issue with related to this listing. I'm going to have to reach out to the seller. However, I spent $47 on this. $47 for 20 figures is a little bit high. Yeah, there's definitely not all the accessories here either. So, yeah, there are certainly figures missing from what is in the picture because I real quick counted the picture. It looked like at least 22. Definitely accessories that are missing from the picture. I will have to reach out to this regardless of whether or not these 20 figures are still worth that $47.60. It still has to be an accurate listing. This one's way too far off is what I would say. When I see things in the picture that were not actually included in my package, and the description makes it state as though I should have 5 additional figures than what I have, that's a large delta. I will try and look up to see which figures I don't happen to have here, and see if I can assess some values to the ones that I do. All right, so I did message the seller, did confirm there are definitely 5 figures missing from here based on what was in the photos, and I did look into the sets that these are from. They're $50 for 20. That's 2.5 a figure, and some of these just barely are at that $2 to $2.50-ish marker. Now, there's a couple high ones in here. I believe both of these figures ended up going for around $8 a piece. So I'm going to call this one a not worth it if all I end up with are these figures. The seller for this may end up having to reduce my cost by a little bit. And in an ideal world, what I was going was, look, I was willing to pay about $2 a figure, which is what put me at pretty close to $50. And therefore, missing 5 figures, I would personally like to see the seller refund me roughly about $10, or they can pay for shipping and have these things come back to them and try and resell it again. So that's package 1. So far, I'm going to go ahead and call this a little bit of a bust. Technically, the value may be pretty close on this, but I almost feel like in some ways maybe the seller knew the value of these things and said, oh, $47 and whatever. I'm going to include roughly that value of figures, and that's not at all what I was expecting. So we are going to move on to package number 2. And for this one, we've got a box. Boxes kind of are a more standard way to ship things. You can see we've got some packaging material, which is Christmas wrap paper. That's fun. Oh, man. So unfortunately, I've got what probably was a really nice set until the user decided to crush the box by stuffing everything in there. Sorry, let me go ahead and say, this is set number 1099, Ninja Blaster. And I am going to have to look up, man, we might be going on a little bit of a binge here on some bad stuff. Pretty sure this was a mint box item. Yeah, there is certainly no crease through this. So what did I spend on this is the question, and what is it worth? And then I'll decide what to do from there. Because again, this squishiness on an old box like this, I don't know. Obviously, it might feel a little picky. I spent $20 on this, so that's not too bad. Let me look to see what the cost on this is, and we will make an assessment from there. We have new in-box price guide right now. We have around $28. I might not complain about this as much. I think I will send the user a message, though. Clear, at least to me, that this got squished specifically because of the box that it was put in or the way it was bundled. And that's very unfortunate because the picture makes it look like a very mint box. And some poor packaging on this caused it to get damaged. So keep in mind, when you go to pack a box, you do not want everything to be completely unflexible. You don't want to mush this stuff down. Ideally, this thing would have been put in just a little bit of bubble wrap and then some void fill around it just to help fill the dead space, but allow it not to be completely compressed. Honestly, I'm going to say the value's probably here. Because I only spent $20 on that item, $20.80, I think I'm not going to throw a big fit. Again, I'm just going to message the seller, let him know that the box did come a little more crushed because of packaging. However, if I can get 30 out of that, that's a 50% return. So I'm going to say that that particular item is a win. So I'm going to say, yes, that one was worth it. Let's go with item number 3. We have another boxed item. So right after I get done saying how much I prefer boxes, I guess I do have to state that it also depends on those boxes being well packed. Oh, yay! I'm excited about this one. So I do have additional sets, and you can see I just pulled out some void fill. I pulled out a set wrapped in bubble wrap, my preferred method, and it is the Ninjago Brickhead 40490. It's their 10th year anniversary set, Ninjago 10. Mint, sealed in box, great condition, great packaging. I will look up to know the exact amount, but I'm pretty confident that I spent $40 on this item. And this was only given away as a gift with purchase. I think you had to spend $75 or $100 on Lego sets. Now, they did also, some stores that had some left over ended up selling this. I actually got this for $36.20. So $36.20, definitely a win. That's pretty much the same as I would have spent in a store. It would have been $32. So a couple dollars more, but I get another one of these items that I think are definitely going to go up in value, considering how limited they were to get. That one is going to be a win. So we're 2 wins, 1 thumbs down is what I'm going to say. And we're going to get into the last package, which is a padded envelope. Actually, this is not a padded envelope, but I feel like I can feel bubble wrap in here. Inside of this, I think it's just called a poly mailer. what we have are a few different sets that were being sold. It looks like they actually might be complete sets. I'm pretty sure they sold this by the pound, however. So hopefully, fingers crossed, these are the sets. 41036. And let's see, at a glance, some medical stuff. Yeah. I'm going to say I definitely see some of these. I see the figure and everything. So 41036. We also have Lego set number 41105. I don't know the names of these off the top of my head. But again, I do see a figure and a bunch of pieces that look along those lines. What else do we got here? We have set number, this is funny, I actually just sold this one recently, 3184 Adventure Camper. So if that's complete, I will know exactly what I can get for that in a used form. And lastly, 41034, which looks like another little camper van. So pretty nice there. 4 sets. I have no idea if they are actually complete. A 3-pound Lego lots of friends, figures, and pets is what this is called. So for these 4 sets, or 3 pounds of Lego, as it was described, again, there may be some stuff missing. It's kind of hard to tell from the photos that are here. But I spent $29.94 on this. So 3 pound of Lego, yeah, that's quite a bit. But when I'm looking at these sets and seeing how complete they looked in the picture, this 3184, let me try and look that up. I'm trying to remember where I sold that. I don't remember if I sold that on Facebook Marketplace or if I sold that on eBay. Yes, so just the 3184 I managed to sell for $23. So this one set, which is probably one of the smaller sets, second to this other camper van here, but that thing has over half the value in this. I might have a little bit of work to actually complete these. I'm not going to pretend like they are all sealed. However, if I look up the pricing on these other sets, Summer Caravan, and the average used price for this is about $16. I know that I was managed to get around $20 for that, so that takes me up to around $36. Pop Star Show Stage is what this one's called. There's another 17, which is Jungle Bridge Rescue, so I'm at $56. Plus 16, that's around $62 in value, all for my $30, which is 2x my money, and I just need to go through these and figure out if they're missing pieces, and if so, hopefully just pull them from my wall. So is this worth it? I'm going to go ahead and give that one a big yes. Unfortunately, I had the 2 little mishaps at the start of this episode, which is the box that's a little squishy, although I did state that was worth it, so I guess that's 3 worth it and 1 not worth it. The last of which, I'm going to go through and really assess the value of these to see if I've got a decent profit margin after I factor all the figures in. Maybe I would decide to keep it, but I'm really hoping the seller will do something. I feel like it's probably going to be too tight of a margin for me to really do anything. Missing 5 figures is huge, right? That's 20% of the order. Maybe they just forgot to grab them and they'll find a little pile. They'll throw them in another envelope and send them over. We shall see. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought of these particular items, if there's one that stood out. Let me know specifically what you would do in this case. If you spent $47 on 25 figures and only had 20, what direction would you go? On that note, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this episode up. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye, everybody.